Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. It's actually a gift card holder. Let's see, I think my gift card's in this one. So you open it up and here's the gift card. I made this over on Facebook Live. What was that? On Wednesday. So now I'm sharing it with my YouTube subscribers. So let me give you the supply list. We've got Petal Pink cardstock that measures 5.5 by 7. Another piece that measures 1.5 by 7. Then we've got the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper. Both of these measure 5.25 by 1 3/4. We've got another piece of the Petal Pink. That's just a scrap for a punch. Then we've got Old Olive, that is a scallop square, and that measures 2 1/4. Pool Party, that's going to be for the Everyday Label punch. And then we've got a 2 1/8 stitched square. This is for our gift card holder. This measures 3 3/4 by 2 5/8. And then Whisper White, this is just the scrap piece for all of our stamping. Okay, so let me get the Simply Scored scoring tool, and that's the first step we'll do. Okay, I'm going to place it on the 7-inch side, and I'm going to score it at 2 and 5. Fold on the score lines. Okay, it's going to work just like this. Okay, so we're going to place our Designer Series paper with the birds up here on the top, and then just the flowers down here at the bottom. Okay, if you purchase one of my Designer Series paper shares, because these measure 5 1/4, your 6 by 6 sheets are going to work. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over and take my liquid glue. It's so funny, when I first got this Petal Pink color, I wasn't real sure that I liked it, but now that this color is in Designer Series paper, I really like it. Although it does look a little more peachy than pink, but it's a nice color. Okay, so after you've added the Designer Series paper, the next step is you want to take your 1.5 inch circle punch and you're going to notch it. That's for your gift card holder, okay? Just like that. So now you can take your liquid glue or your tear and tape, whichever you prefer. You just want to make sure you add adhesive just to the extreme left and to the extreme right, because you want to leave room for your gift card. Got a little extra adhesive there. Fold it down. Okay, now you can see how the gift card holder is going to slide right in there. And all we're going to do is take this scrap piece of Petal Pink with the new Timeless Label Punch. Cut that out. You can fold that over if you want, or you can take the Simply Scored scoring tool and you can score it at 1 1/8. Some people can fold it over and get a nice crisp edge. I prefer using the scoring tool. That way it's kind of perfect. So now to attach this, I'm going to put tear and tape on the entire piece of the bottom. Okay, so it's going to fit just like that. Okay, but on the top, we only want to put tear and tape on this section right here. Okay, because we want to leave room for our gift card. I need to remove that extra there. Okay, let me get my take your pick tool. So I'm going to remove the backing of the tear and tape here and here, and then place this on there. Ideally, you're going to center it. I might have to put my head in the camera to center it though. Okay, so there's that. And then this is going to fold over, and you're going to put your gift card. Let me grab that real quick so I can show you. Okay, so take off the backing, And then I'm going to place the gift card on the edge. So look at the distance, okay? So I'm centering it on the left and the right, but not top and bottom. And that's how that's going to work, okay? Now we're going to decorate that in just a minute. So we'll go ahead and slide that in there. Put this up, and then we'll stamp. So I'm going to set this aside. Well, actually, let's go ahead and do the belly band. So all you're going to do with the belly band is just fold it over, just like that. Fold, and then take your bone folder. Get yourself a nice crisp edge there. You want to make sure that you don't seal this too tight, okay? So you want to leave yourself some room to slide it on and off. Now this, let's make sure it works. Yep, and it doesn't matter which end you put your adhesive. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to use my tear and tape. I'm actually going to use this gift card holder too. Okay. And let's make sure it slides, and it does. Okay, so now let's cut the everyday label punch. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the timeless label. This is the everyday label. So we are using quite a few punches today. And this time I'm going to cut this in half with my scissors. Just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to attach it using liquid glue. Now, I didn't say this earlier. This project is actually inspired by one of the projects in our Stampin' Anonymous tutorials this month. We focused on gift card holders, and I know you guys are going to love all of them. So this is one of them. I changed some of it. I changed the stamp set. So I changed enough that it's not a copy, but I know you guys are going to love all of them. I could not pick a favorite. Okay, so that's how we're going to add that. And then our old olive scallop square is going to go right there. And I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. And I'm going to put the dimensionals here. I almost forgot that. Okay, so center it. Just like that. Now we're ready to stamp. So we have quite a bit of stamping to do. Well, I say that, but maybe not. 4 images. So we're going to stamp the bird first on the stitch square. So we're using 2 framelits today in addition to all those punches. The stitch shapes and the layering squares. Free as a bird stamp set. Okay. So this is Memento ink. I didn't do too bad. I did stamp myself another one just in case. And I think I'll use the one I did off camera. I had a little smudge on his nose. Okay, I'm going to stamp 2 flowers now. 1, 2, and then the greeting. Okay. So let's do some coloring. I'm using 2 Stampin' Blend markers, light Pool Party and light Petal Pink. We'll call this my quick and dirty coloring. Birds are not perfect. I'm using Pool Party on both flowers. Calypso Coral looks really good with this too. You could also use Daffodil Delight. And then now I'm going to use the Petal Pink. I'm going to cut out both flowers using the 1-inch circle punch. I'm going to cut the greeting out using the classic label punch. Now you can freehand cut this if you want. That's one punch you don't have to have, but it always gives me a great starting point. So I just have to cut a little to the left and a little to the right, and I have a perfect greeting, okay? So now let's take this image and add it with liquid glue. This one's going to get added with a mini dimensional. You want to only put it on the left side, okay? So that's going to go there. This one's going to get added with a regular dimensional. Let's see, I want to move that up just a little because I want to cover up that edge of the scallop. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite new embellishments. It's the Flower Faceted Gems. And I am using this color again because I'm actually going to be giving this to someone. This is my favorite color of them. Of course it is. This is almost the color of my blog. On the other one, I used that color. All three colors actually look good with this suite. Okay, so let me put all of this stuff out of here. And then we're going to add that last circle on the inside of our gift card holder. So I'm just going to take this and add it right there. And I can't remember, did I use, nope, I just used liquid glue. So I felt like the outside was already had enough dimension to it that the inside you didn't need to pop this up with a dimensional. Okay, so here's how that works. So it just slides in and slides out. That kind of fits perfectly right in there. And then you slide on your belly band. I love belly bands. Okay, so here's the original. Here's the one we just made. Perfect. Don't forget there's a free inspiration sheet over on my website that has pictures and the measurements of everything. Have a great day. Bye.